Over the past few months, members of the Kenosha Education Association's Elementary School Planning Time Committee have worked to ensure that teachers have enough preparation and planning time. The committee distributed a survey which found that 75% of respondents felt they did not have enough independently led planning time to meet the needs of their students. They also discovered a survey from the Kenosha Unified School District that found similar results and was over a year old. The committee drafted a resolution with positive, solutions-based ideas to help bring relief to them and their students. In just over a week, the resolution gathered hundreds of signatures. Then educators and community members packed the March school board meeting to speak on the importance of independently led planning time and call on the board to make changes.
Good evening. My name is Scott McDonald, and I teach 5th grade at Summers Elementary School.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Carl. I teach 4K in an inclusive classroom at Southport Elementary School.
I'm Maria Schatzman. I teach kindergarten, and that to me is an amazing privilege and a humbling responsibility.
Hi, Patty Proskov. I'm an educational assistant, and I want to say that prep time is very important, and here's why.
Prep time, for those of you who don't know, is that time of the day designated for preparing lessons and other tasks related to being an educator that where I'm not directly interfacing with the students.
Here is an idea of what this past Friday, a teacher workday, looked like for me. I spent my time entering my student observations, collaborated with my colleague about student modifications for our special needs, ESL, enrichment, and intervention students.
Kindergarten is loaded with many hands-on activities every day. We have magnetic letters, we have leveled books. I'm trying to pull out like, oh, this kid likes snakes and that kid needs to work on the word the.
Created a newsletter, updated my classroom parent blog, created student homework, and a home visit letter to communicate with families, organize my paperwork and classroom space, and hung up my student work.
And so I just want to make an analogy for you that the curriculum is like ingredients for cooking a meal. You have your reading program, your science program, your math, and then the prep time is the time you take to put those ingredients together to make a meal. And so anybody who cooks knows there's a big difference between instant macaroni and cheese and homemade fettuccine Alfredo made from scratch.
Maximizing independent teacher prep time pays great dividends for our students, and it shows the kids they matter. The Elementary Prep Time Committee decided to draft a resolution to the school board to promote a reasonable solution to this important issue.
Educators and community members, if you believe that our voices and voices of our students need to be heard.
Educators and community members, if you believe a rested, well-prepared teacher is more likely to be effective in the classroom.
Educators and community members, if you're eager to hear how the board will take necessary action to address this issue and help teachers like me be the best educators possible, please stand with me.
Please stand with me.
Please stand with me.
I am so grateful to hear from each and every one of you tonight.
I know how important prep time is because I am a teacher. I understand.
What I heard was very valid about how cut up your time is and how you're not having enough time.
I met with a couple of you in reference to the prep time. It's a learning experience for me.
What I heard was a problem, but I also heard solution suggestions, and that is huge. I assure you, nobody understands prep time issues better than I do.
Like Mary said, you came here with complaints, but you also had the answers, and that's what it's all about.
If we're going to be able to meet the needs of all students, our teachers need the time to plan, to differentiate, to work with all students.
Do they want a resolution or do they want change? Because we don't need a resolution. We can just, talk about what you want changed.
It is time for a change on this issue. You can join us in our efforts to ensure that educators have enough planning and preparation time by clicking on the link to send a letter to the school board asking them to put the planning and preparation time policy on the April meeting agenda. Thank you, and we'll see you at the next school board meeting.